Hello, happy Friday, and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
And I'm David Benfield. Thank you for spending the end of your week with us. We have made it.
We have made it, and man, I am excited about what you are making, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But we had a really exciting day yesterday, and our show live from the zoo because they're debuting their new entrance and their Manatee River next Friday the 6th, but also the High School Video Challenge.
Yeah, the High School Video Challenge was very cool, and congratulations to all those the students who participated.
All of y'all
Everybody did a great job. I mean, it was very cool. However, special congratulations goes to Nice High School.
Good job,
right?
guys.
They're going to win that $1,000 prize, so that's very cool. At some point next week, they'll go and deliver that to them. So it was amazing. Everybody there was genuinely cool. A big shout out to Gemstone for
Gemstone
being
Media
behind the scenes and doing that. And happy first day of retirement, Ray.
Yes, very exciting for him. And also, if you have heard or seen any of the renovations like online or anything, the zoo, you want to check out this new opening, this entrance, the Manatee River. It is so cool. We'll have more coming up a little later, I'm sure, as that opens up. We'll have Curtis on or something to talk about it. But I think it's time to get right into the show because, man, this is smelling good because we are living it up in the kitchen with some breakfast. We're getting a jump start on National Pancake Day. Plus everything from hockey to Scottish games happening here on the First Coast. We'll have a look at your, you will, okay, your winter of the weekend event guide. And the ladies from Fun for First Coast Kids are back to tell us about some fun St. Patrick's Day things that we can get into with the family. Going to be really cool there. But of course, it is now time for Living in the Kitchen, sponsored by Winn-Dixie, built by ProCraft Cabinetry. We're joined by our executive producer, Justin Miller. So David's got the handle on the pancakes. Justin, you're doing the sausages?
The sausages.
The sausages.
Yeah, sausages.
All right.
All right, so a lot of cool stuff's on sale today at Winn-Dixie. So the buttermilk pancake mix is BOGO. The berries are 2 for $7, and the strawberries are actually BOGO. So we went ahead and did with that. And then the sausages on sale, it's 50 cents off. Right, and then so let's get into how we make these pancakes. I make my pancakes a little bit different than some folks because I don't actually measure them, right? Like it says, put this much water in, blah, blah, blah. No, you just put as much of the mix as you want.
Right.
You add as much water as to get the consistency you want.
Okay.
And so then I chopped up some strawberries, and then I put whole blueberries into the batter.
He just put it right into the batter. I was like, I thought you were going to put them on top. He's like, oh.
Right, no, you put it straight into the batter, right? Mix that all up, and then we also put, and you'll see over there, I have some vanilla from Costa Rica.
Ooh.
And then I have some local honey from here in Jacksonville. And then we have the cinnamon from Winn-Dixie. So you mix all that stuff up together. However much of that, of those ingredients that you see right there, however much you put in there is up to what you want for your flavor, your taste.
So I got a question. How many pancakes do you think that box makes? Because I feel like you
still have a lot left.
There's still a lot left. You made all those pancakes.
A great many. Like a whole I mean, seriously, look how much batter I have.
Still a lot.
As a father of lots of kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a whole basketball team.
This is great.
You need
You're
this.
getting some fruits.
Yeah.
You're getting pancakes. And it's BOGO pancakes. You could make 300 pancakes. I think.
Well, and
Which I think would feed all my kids.
Tomorrow is National Pancake Day, but there's also 2 times a year that it happens. It happens again in September, but then IHOP has it on March 3rd. So either way, it's coming up tomorrow or March 3rd or in September. They would celebrate it 3 times a year. But yeah, I love pancakes.
Yeah, I like a little sweet and savory.
Yeah.
So I like the sausage idea, or like bacon or something.
Gotta have the protein.
No, I agree. And I got the Jimmy Dean Country Mild sausage. So that's what we got for this one. So this should have a little bit of a slight kick to it. It's a little bit better than just the original. But if that's your flavor, that's fine.
Yeah. And y'all know I'm trying to be healthy, so I'm not, and it's all about balance, right? So I'm not gonna not have, I'm going to have a pancake, but I'm also gonna have my Greek yogurt that you can also buy at Winn-Dixie.
We went to a burger place for lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
You think she got a cheeseburger?
I wanted to so bad.
She got a chicken breast.
I got a chicken salad or a sandwich.
She got roughage.
It's balance. It's balance, okay?
I gotta say though, that is like, there's no way I could do that. Watch 5 people eat cheeseburgers.
And it looked so good because it was like a smash burger, and I love that style.
Yeah,
but I asked them, this is what I did, y'all. I said, what type of ground meat do you use? She said 80-20. If I'm going to buy ground meat right now, I'm going to buy 97.3 or 93.7, which I know most men are probably thinking, oh my God, that sounds disgusting because there's like only 7% fat. But if you're tracking, it's when they said they had 20% fat, I said I'm going to get a chicken sandwich.
In some respects, it's easier to cook with, right? Like I don't have to do so much draining of it and everything like that.
But it does taste better.
A burger in a pan and it's like just filled with grease, and you're like, ugh. Which is
Right.
why I take my sausages and I kind of put them on a paper towel. So
Oh
I can
yeah, look at that, look at that.
But y'all know I eat, so that's how I'm able to do
You
it.
are alive.
I balance it out. I still eat my stuff that I like to eat, but
All right.
Oh, you need a paper
No,
towel?
no, no, I got you.
within reason.
But I gotta say, we do breakfast for dinner, I'd say like once a week.
I love
My-
breakfast.
My kids love it.
Will you grab us some plates?
Sure.
Thank you very much. All right. And you know,
right.
typically, I'm just gonna do it. We have to stay consistent.
I was thinking breakfast for dinner. I don't think we can
Oh man, we should have
have
got
breakfast
mimosas.
and beer, but you know, why not?
Yeah, this is the South, man.
Oh, y'all can have that.
There you go.
I'm saving my calories for tonight.
Oh, what you got going on tonight, Jordan?
I don't know. I'm gonna dance. That's for sure.
I don't know. I'm gonna dance.
All
You
right,
know,
very good.
Mandala's coming to my neighborhood.
Very good, very good.
Remember that band?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
They're so fun. All
Wait,
right.
who?
Mandala?
Yeah, they've been on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be dancing with them tonight.
All righty, real quick.
So these pancakes have. I think David's getting better and better at making these pancakes.
Should I just grab one?
Like every time he makes another one, I'm like,
want a
"Oh, that
bottom
one looks
one."
better than the other." Just go ahead, Jordan. Yeah.
Here, grab you a pancake.
We all kind of trust each other
dead.
on this show, right?
There you go.
I watch y'all.
There you go. That's for you. And then I'll take this right here. Whop.
Yeah.
And
Here's
we got a
some
little
utensils.
syrup. Thank you very much. Hit it with a syrup. Oh yeah,
know what?
and guys, do remember to go to windixie.com/rewards so that way you can get included in all these deals and stuff. All right, real quick, let's try these.
That'd
Oh,
be
you're good,
great.
brother.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Good.
try.
All right, let's try this.
The burst of the berries, that tartness.
The burst
it's,
of the berries.
Yes.
Yeah, get
it's
that berry
so good.
burst. Hold up.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm gonna use my yogurt as like a sauce for it.
That is, I'm a little afraid of making pancakes. Now that I watch David do it, I think I'd be all
Oh,
right.
you're good, man. You got it. It's not that difficult at all.
I see that you're kind of patient with them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of
so
look.
good.
You look at the bottom. You're like, hey, it ain't ready yet. I'm not gonna flip it.
Yeah, you got to be. It's delicate.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
procedure.
have to have this for the crew because they're gonna love this.
Okay, I gotta go, guys. Unfortunately.
Great job.
All right, enjoy the pancakes.
This is gonna be
Yeah.
great for
go.
when your baby starts.
Are you kidding me? It's
Gwen
gonna
starts
be
eating.
amazing. Gwen is gonna love those pancakes. All right, guys, today we are joined by invasive species biologist Jessica Spencer to tell us all about National Invasive Species Awareness Week. Ooh, hello, thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so what is National Invasive Species Awareness Week?
So it's a nationwide initiative, and it's basically a week where we try to educate people on invasive species and the harmful impacts that they can have to the economy, the environment, or to human health.
Okay, so what are some of the invasive species in our area?
So I brought some of the species with me today.
Okay.
Over here we have our kalanchoe, or mother of millions.
Yeah, I've got one of those in my yard.
Yeah. It produces a bunch of those little plantlets,
Yeah.
and they fall, and then you've got them all over
Yep.
the place
Yeah, I
before
gotta
you
get rid
know
of
it. Yep. We also have the asparagus fern, which is one of those species that you see in all the planted baskets that they sell at
Right.
Home Depot and
That's
Lowe's.
not good.
And yeah, it's a easy filler plant, but it is spreading into our dune system, so
Oh.
it's having some impacts on our beaches
Yeah.
as well as the mother of millions. And then we have our coral ardesia, which was another horticulture plant. You know, all of these plants, they look so pretty,
Right.
which is why people want to put them in their yards, but they do get into our natural areas. They form these dense monocultures that crowd out the native vegetation. It takes over the habitat. The native wildlife don't really prefer these plants, so it just has sort of cascading impacts.
So it's interesting. That's frustrating because there are so many plants that are native to the area or that wouldn't be considered invasive that we could be planting in our yards and to make them very, very beautiful. We don't have to grab these, right?
Right. So there are a lot of native options. You know, there are more and more native plant nurseries that are more focused on our native vegetation. So there have been more of those popping up around Jacksonville. So I definitely recommend, especially after all the freezes we've had,
Yeah.
all people's, plants are dying back. So if you're looking to replace stuff, seek out those native options. You know, that's a really great way to support native wildlife as well and the birds and animals that that you want to see in your yard. So-
Absolutely. Okay, so I'd be remiss if we didn't ask about this. So, because a lot of folks are talking about the Nile monitors. So, can you tell us a little bit about those? This seems wild. They're huge.
Yeah, so Florida is known for having the most invasive reptiles of anywhere on the planet.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, a lot of that is related to the pet trade. So people, see these crazy big lizards and they think it's super cool to have something like that, but then they quickly realize that this is a very unruly animal. They whip their tails around,
Yeah.
they can bite, so a lot of people end up setting them free, which is not the thing
It's
to do.
so genuinely irresponsible.
So unfortunately, Florida, we have a habitat that allows things like that to be able to survive. So when people set them loose, they end up forming these, reproductive colonies that end up, impacting our native habitats. So FWC actually does have a pet amnesty program. So Florida Fish and Wildlife.
Well, there you go.
They have a program. You can, turn over any exotic pets that you have. There's no questions asked. So
Yeah.
even if you have like a tiger or something that you're, keeping in your closet, they will accept it. No questions asked. They do not euthanize the pets.
That's
So
amazing.
they find a responsible home for it. So it's a guilt-free way to relinquish those unwanted exotic pets that you may have without impacting our natural areas.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so before I let you go, and my buddy, when he moved here, he's like, Florida's like Jumanji, and you know what? I really agree with him on
Yeah.
that. So hey, where do we send folks if they want to learn some more information?
So we're actually doing a couple of weed wrangles this Saturday. So if you want to come out and help us, we've got a couple of sites in the Mandarin area, but if you want to see where those sites are located, if you go to floridainvasives.org, they've got a calendar of events there, so people can go and check that out. But we had a few events last weekend. We had over 150 volunteers that came out. Tens of thousands of pounds of invasive plants were removed.
Wow.
So it's a great way to, raise that awareness, celebrate National Invasive Species Awareness Week, and
That's
get
amazing.
people
Jessica,
out there.
thank you so very much for being here today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank
let's not plant any more of these plants, guys. All right, Jordan, what you got?
Well, who's ready to party, David? I know I am, and I'm joined by Chief Party Officer Sari Kurtzner and DJ and sound curator, the Balance King, telling us about a dance series. This sounds like so much fun and right up my alley. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So the Residency Dance Series at the Social Society, what exactly is that?
Okay, so this is a themed dance party
Fun.
experience for our community and the surrounding areas of Jacksonville. We are super excited. We are hosting it in my shop, which is a boutique located in the Nocatee Town Center.
Oh, yeah.
It is after hours. We are a retail shop. We host in-store events, and this is one that is happening at night. But what's unique about this is this dance party will be in the early hours of the night.
Love that.
So you can have a lot of fun, but still get to bed at a reasonable hour. Sort of like the cocktail napkins that we sell that
I
say,
love it.
let's get this party started because I would love to be in bed by 11.
That is so cute. And yes, I am right there with you. So the dance party, first ever, is sold out. So what do you think makes these events so popular?
I think our community is craving connection and something fun. And this is unique. It's in a shop, and we have an amazing DJ who will be there,
Yeah.
the Balance King. And we've worked with him now on several different events. And every time we host an event with the Balance King, the place is packed. And
Oh, wow.
people they want fun.
Yeah.
And this is just different. And there's nothing like it in our area. And I think people are really excited.
It sounds really fun. So what kind of vibe does the Balance King bring?
Absolutely. I like to communicate things like cultural exploration and
Okay.
diverse expression because
Yeah.
I believe that speaks to our intrinsic human need for gathering and connection and joy.
Yes, and bringing everybody together, which I think is really fun.
Yeah.
So what can viewers expect when they come to this? And do they need to kind of
Yes.
sign up ahead of time? Like, is there a head count?
Yes, there is a head
Okay.
count. We have to cap it.
Yeah.
To, keep
Capacity
it
for the
safe.
building.
And what they can expect is some fun stuff. So, we have designed our own cups that we sell in the store, and so
Cute.
we're very on. We like to be on brand
Yeah.
and have a purpose. And so, party people only is what these cups say.
Ah, fun.
We will have a confetti pop at the middle of the party, which is really fun. We are going to, this is something I think is very important. When you're dancing and you're having a drink and you're having a good time, you get a little dehydrated.
Yes.
We will have lots of water on hand. We are also going to be bringing in pizza from Trailer Park. Trailer Park is a restaurant across the street from us.
I've had brunch there.
Yes, which is great. And they're
great.
open late. And
Okay,
not
cool.
everyone's open late. And so when our party ends, you can go there and have another cocktail or something to eat. So thank you to Trailer Park for bringing that in. And we're just, it's going to be so much fun. We will be giving away some prizes in case anyone is dancing so well. We're going to give some hats away and things like that.
Well,
and
where can
some
we?
other surprises.
It sounds like so much fun. Where can we
Yeah.
go for more information on everything?
So you can go to thesocialsociety.com.
Okay.
We have a tab on there that says events, and all of our events are listed there. And should we announce what the next date for the next dance party is going to be? Because everyone's been asking.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a Disco in Bloom, Sparkle into Spring, Friday, April 17th.
Awesome. Yay. Well, I'll try to get to that one. Thank you both so much for
please
joining
join
us.
us.
This
And
was
if
so
you
much fun.
Want to hear more about the Balance King, you can come to the Balance King Reigns on Instagram.com. You learn more about both myself and also my curatorial partner, Zach from New Company, who's also involved in this.
Well, thank you both so much
thank
for
you for
being
having
here and
us.
bringing the fun vibes.
Yeah.
David?
Thank you.
All right, stick around, guys. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, we've got you covered with your win of the weekend. And plus, we'll have a look at your weekend weather later on in rain or shine, so you know if you're going to be getting soaked out there with me at the Scottish game. Stick around. We'll be right back.
A truck weighs 20 times more than a typical car. At Farah & Farah, we have a whole department that handles nothing but trucking cases. If you get involved with a lawyer who doesn't really understand handling a trucking accident, you're going to get run over by the other side.
Hi, it's Christina again. I'm here to tell you about an all-new special offer. Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has a design you'll love at a price you can afford.
We're offering free fixtures and a free shower door with no interest and no payments for up to a year.
And best of all, they can install it in as little as 1 day with no stress and no mess. Take advantage of this special TV offer today.
Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-372-0812.
Delish, new crispy, crunchy shrimp out high with fish puffs inside. New $5.99 full meal deals. Unreal. Captain D's fish delish.
In Florida, warm winters aren't rare, but 50% off Tommy Bahama, Lexington, and even more premium brands is. It's Bear's Warm Winter Savings Event. Enjoy our lowest prices of the year on the brands you love, the resort style you want, the quality you trust, at savings you don't see every day. With flexible financing and complimentary design services, creating your oasis has never been easier. Bears always hits home.
Meet Sam, your kid's friend who eats everything. You blink, and he's got an applesauce, granola bar, and cheese puffs you didn't know you had. Where'd all the string cheese go? Don't ask. Just restock at Winn-Dixie. BOGO cookies, deals on juice boxes, and low prices on it all. So you can restock without leaving your wallet as empty as he leaves your pantry. Looks like you're gonna need more popcorn chicken.
That guard dog sure is lucky he has Simply Safe with proactive monitoring.
Stop, this is Simply Safe.
Police are on the way.
Must be nice.
Simply Safe. Real security stops crime before it starts.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond. From garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation,
For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight.
Well, Caitlin and Jamie from Fun for First Coast Kids are back to tell us about some St. Patrick's Day fun for the whole family. I'm feeling lucky, ladies. How y'all doing? Good to see you as always. So it's crazy. I know every time we think of or talk about a new holiday, we're like, how is it already here? But it's going to be here before we know it. So what's going on around the First Coast?
Yeah, so even though we're a couple weeks away, we wanted to share some family-friendly ways that people could celebrate, especially because a lot of events have already started. Burnt Glass Works is already hosting their four-leaf clover workshop where you can work one-on-one with a glass blower and create like a really cool little, shamrock craft. And they actually allow kids 6 and up to do it. So it's like a good age range of kids that can do it.
That's nice.
And then Doing Dishes Pottery Studios has their Storytime artwork events. There's a couple going on next week where they're going to read 3 ways to catch a leprechaun and do a corresponding art piece, which is fun. And then one of our favorites that people should mark their calendars, the March 14th, it's the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day. It's the St. Augustine St. Patrick's Day Parade, which is one of our favorites. So it's actually at the site of the world's very first ever St. Patrick's Day Parade, which is really cool. I know,
That is so cool. I never knew that.
And it's like the only one in Northeast Florida, so we think it's a great opportunity for families to go check that out.
Wow. I imagine get there early so you can get a seat.
Yes.
Close to the, okay. And then what about, I know a lot of people like to do like races this time of year, or 5Ks, that kind of thing.
Definitely, with the weather being typically pretty mild in March, it's a great time to get out to a race, especially if you're bringing the kiddos. So Jacksonville will have the Evergreen St. Patty's Day run as well as the Time to Patty 5K. And then
the Time to Patty, like time to party. I like that.
And then in Callahan the same weekend, so the 14th, weekend of the 14th, they will have a Leprechaun 5K where they're encouraging everyone to dress up in costume. So we thought that would be super fun for the kiddos. But it's a great family-friendly event to get the kids and the families outside doing something active together and raise money for a good cause.
Yes, I think that's really cool. Do you guys get involved in any of the runs or anything like that? You do? Yeah, that's fun. And it's fun to dress up.
Yeah.
Anytime to dress up. I love that too.
Super cute.
Any other events that families shouldn't miss?
Yeah, so Finn McCool's is a restaurant in Ponte Vedra. Starting March 13th, they will have live Irish music as well as live Irish step dancers, which is super fun. My family's been in the past, and it's a really great time. Excellent food, and my daughter loves to see the dancers, so that's always really fun. Frozen Fusion is on San Jose Boulevard. They are going to have, on St. Patrick's Day, they will have a little event where they will have like build your own ice cream bar and face painting and scavenger hunts and lots of fun. So there's that. I know Main Event is hosting an event for St. Patty's Day and Sensory Town as well. So lots of fun to be had. Around the First Coast for St. Patrick's Day.
And so where can they find all of this wonderful information?
So I just created like a list of everything, and I posted the top of our Instagram page and our Facebook page. Also, if they go to our website, fun4firstcoastkids.com, and our What's Happening section, you'll find a St. Patrick's Day events page, and like everything's, all the details are listed on there.
And like they said, just because it's the 17th, it doesn't mean that you're not already doing some fun things to get ready for it. So thank you so much for joining us. And I can't wait to see what you have for us next week.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Well, it's now time for our Teacher of the Week, and this week it is Karen Stevens, a preschool teacher at the Bowles School. She's been teaching for 25 years and finds so much joy and satisfaction in teaching.
I love being around children, and I enjoy just getting to be with them and experience new things and see the joy in their faces as they learn and figure things out and how to do things themselves.
And her favorite part about teaching?
I think everything. I couldn't nail down one. The joy they experience when they see their friends, the happiness they feel when they do something for the first time, like tie their shoe or write their name. And I just think the whole part of being a teacher to a young child is the best. I would say the most rewarding part is just the joy I have when I see them in high school, when they come up and give me a great big hug and say, Miss Stevens. I loved it when we did spelling words and shaving cream, or, just different things when they recall something that we've done together, but I've completely forgotten because it was so long ago. I think that's definitely the most rewarding part.
When I was in first grade, she always she would pick someone and we would get to take home the class pet hamster for the weekend, and it was really fun. We got to hold it. We were doing this butterfly project where everybody brings in a mason jar and they stick holes in the top, and then you like grow a butterfly. And I remember mine, and I didn't realize it was a moth until it like turned into a moth. And she let me redo my project because it was a moth instead of a butterfly.
If you'd like to nominate a teacher, you can do so by going to firstcoastnews.com/education.
Well, it is now time for your winner of the weekend event guide. Here's a look at the fun stuff you can do right here on the First Coast. David, get us started.
All right, so we have some hockey on the First Coast. This Saturday, you can watch the Jacksonville Icemen take on the South Carolina Stingrays. Tickets are still available. Just go to thejacksonvilleicemen.com. The puck drops at Saturday night at 7 p.m.
Woohoo! And did you say you're going to that?
No, I'm going to go to the Highland Games.
Oh, that one, the Scottish thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. Well, this is really cool, too. The World of Nations will be going on this weekend in downtown Jacksonville. You can enjoy food and learn about the different cultures from 36 different nations. It all starts Saturday from 10 in the morning until 7 p.m. and then 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday. I did stop by to this. It was either last year or the year before, and it was really, really cool.
It looks neat. I drive by it every day on the way home from work, and as they're setting it up.
Yeah, it's at a different location this year, guys. It's off East Bay Street this time.
It's awesome. All right, Next up, the Jacksonville International Auto Show returns to the Prime Osborne Convention Center. Visitors will be able to see displays from manufacturers like Ford, Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. The Jacksonville Humane Society will also be there with dogs that you can adopt with adoption fees being waived. You heard that? It'll be free. So the Jacksonville Auto Show runs today through Sunday.
And that is also a very cool thing.
Absolutely.
And you saw them earlier this week on our show. This is where David's going to be.
That's
The
right.
31st Annual Northeast Florida Scottish Games and Festival is on Saturday at the Clay County Fairgrounds. There will be children's area, of course, their own little area, plus lots of fun for the adults, food, tons of music, and even sheep herding. Sounds interesting. Gates open at 9 a.m.
That's
Sounds like
right,
a lot of fun.
Scotland! Meet me there on the weekend. I'll be right back after the break, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Think of all the places that could expose you to identity theft and financial loss. It only takes one mistake at your bank, hospital, or employer for a criminal to gain access to your personal information. And if they do, you and your money are at risk.
$110,000 of my hard-earned money gone.
With LifeLock, if your identity is compromised, we'll step in and fix it so you don't have to, guaranteed. Our dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialists handle your case from start to finish. They contact institutions on your behalf, dispute fraudulent charges, and more. In fact, we're so confident that restoration is guaranteed. Plus, LifeLock offers the $1 Million Protection Package with coverage up to $3 million.
When I opened my mail and I had a check from LifeLock, they made me whole.
Call now or go online and use promo code 35OFF to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year. Enroll now.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in homeownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again. Call 1-800-609-1593 now or go online to get your free no obligation quote. So call now.
Hi, it's Christina again. I'm here to tell you about an all-new special offer. Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has a design you'll love at a price you can afford.
We're offering free fixtures and a free shower door with no interest and no payments for up to a year.
And best of all, they can install it in as little as 1 day with no stress and no mess. Take advantage of this special TV offer today.
Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-372-0812.
At Consumer Cellular, my job is to help you save money on wireless.
I'm saving over $50 a month.
I'm saving almost $100 a month.
Consumer Cellular gives you the same fast, reliable nationwide network for up to half the cost of big wireless.
Same tower, same coverage.
Our customers ranked us #1 in network coverage satisfaction. And there's no long-term contracts.
I've been through TracFone, T-Mobile, Verizon. Nothing compares to Consumer Cellular.
Hey, Sam, you gotta tell them how easy it is to switch.
Oh, that's my favorite part. We'll have you wrapped up in about 20 minutes. Really.
Call now and see if one of our U.S.-based Switch Pros can cut your bill by up to half. Plus, save an additional $25 with code SAVE25. And AARP members save even more. Call 1-800-680-0024. That's 1-800-680-0024.
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Welcome back. It is now time for Rain or Shine with the Chief.
I'm so excited for the weekend, baby. I've been telling you all commercial break how pumped I am for this
So
weekend.
excited.
I've got so much happening. I know you do too.
Yes.
And I am thrilled for you. I'm so excited for you. And I want to live vicariously through your
Through
weekend. I am pumped for everything that's about to unfold before me. Oh, we haven't seen this in so long. This rain in Waycross. We got rain at 69.
I know we need it,
But here it is. So we've been talking about this line of showers coming through. We're going to see this through our afternoon. Chance of a little pop-up thunderstorm. Where it's warmer and where it's more humid is the better chance.
We've got more important things.
The better chance for
blueberry,
showers.
Blueberry
I'll take
strawberries.
it from here. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, how is it?
I don't lie.
Yeah.
When I eat food on TV, I'll tell the chef to their face, this is terrible. This is good. And it's just what I needed.
And is it just what we need?
And I got a
for the
whole one for
weekend?
you when you're done.
My blood sugar was getting, as Jordan probably heard during the commercial break, my blood sugar was a little low.
A little low, but
You're
now it's
welcome.
good.
But now I'm good. Now I'm happy
So,
again.
rain through Saturday morning.
Yeah, early
Okay.
Saturday. And Saturday morning is going to be more mist than like a downpour. So don't cancel any of those weekend plans, all those wonderful weekend events you just talked about.
Thank you. All right, David, what you got for us?
Hey guys, I'm at Discovery Commons in San Pablo. I'm here with the Executive Director, Dana Harney. Dana, thank you so very much.
Thank you for coming.
We're going to learn a lot about this facility today, so thanks for having us here today. I really do appreciate your time. You are a very busy woman as the Executive Director,
Yes, I
so
am.
let me ask you this. What separates this facility apart from others, other communities here in town?
Well, here at Discovery Commons San Pablo, we can only have 63 residents.
Oh, okay.
So we specialize in personalized care. Not only do I know every single family member, I know every single resident, and they all have my cell phone number. So that makes a big difference. I have families that go to Europe for 2 weeks. They call and they text and say, Dana, I'm going to Europe. And I say, have fun, I won't call you. It gives them an opportunity to be a family member again here.
That's very cool. All right, so what services do you provide, here for the residents? Like, meals, separate apartments, maybe memory care, things like that.
Yeah, so Discovery is a very expansive corporation. They have discoveries throughout the United States. But one of the things that we specialize in is our Sensations program, which is our dining. We have Celebrations, which is activities. Our Dimensions is our health and wellness. I have a health and wellness director, of course. Expressions is our concierge. So when you walk in, you meet a friendly face when you walk through the door. As soon as you come in, we welcome you in the same way they welcome you when you walked in.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Connections, which is transportation. We provide transportation on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And on Wednesdays, we take our residents out. Every Wednesday, we either go to the museum, we've been to the MoCA, we've been to the train museum. We also go to local restaurants. For some reason, our residents love Barbara Jean's. Right? So we go to Barbara Jean's all the time. They have the new Olive Garden that opened on Hodges. We go there as well. We take them to the movies. We go to Alhambra. That's one of the big things as well.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the quality of life. It's not only personalized, but we ensure they have the highest quality of life that they can possibly have.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes, and that's what
amazing.
we do.
So it does separate yourself considerably from some other communities.
Yes.
That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of cool life activities,
Yes.
right? Okay, so say I have a family member that's interested, or maybe I myself were interested in, coming and checking this place out. Do you guys offer tours?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, you can always call or you can walk in. I give tours. I have a director of sales. She gives tours. All of my team members are here. They give tours. And we have longevity in our staff. My lead server has been here for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we also have med techs and care managers that have been here for 5 and 10 years plus, which you don't see in healthcare, especially post-COVID. So all of that leads to continuity and consistency, and our residents are happy.
So you're doing it right.
We try.
That's amazing. Dan, thank you so much. I tell you what, it really does warm my heart to hear that the facility has offered so much stuff, because, you know, as we get older, later in life and things like that, like, there needs to be like dignity and fun and things like that, and you guys provide that. So I think it's fantastic. So before I let you go back to work, where do we go to learn some more information?
So you can always go to discoverycommons.com. That is our website, and you can always call. We have a number. You can always find us on the World Wide Web, right? www. You can always find us. We're always available.
Excellent. Thank you so very much, guys. And if you want to catch this segment again or others like it, just head over to First Coast News Plus.
Thank you.
If you have a situation where you need a lawyer, Farrah & Farrah's team give you the best service that you can have. They set up all your doctor's appointments. They are very honest, very trustworthy. You couldn't be in better hands.
Meet Sam, your kid's friend who eats everything. You blink and he's got an applesauce, granola bar, and cheese puffs you didn't know you had. Where'd all the string cheese go? Don't ask. Just restock at Winn-Dixie. BOGO cookies, deals on juice boxes, and low prices on it all. So you can restock without leaving your wallet as empty as he leaves your pantry. Looks like you're gonna need more popcorn chicken.
In Florida, warm winters aren't rare, but 50% off Tommy Bahama, Lexington, and even more premium brands is. It's Bear's Warm Winter Savings Event. Enjoy our lowest prices of the year on the brands you love, the resort style you want, the quality you trust, at savings you don't see every day. With flexible financing and complimentary design services, creating your oasis has never been easier. Bears always hits home.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond, from garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way. With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke, and I was scared to death.
If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Life Alert is a lifesaver.
My husband is alive because of Life Alert.
Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-206-6803. That's 1-800-206-6803. Call now. 1-800-206-6803.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do.
You know who to call. Farrah & Farrah.
February is Heart Health Month, so actor and director Aisha Tyler and Dr. Yvonne Commodore-Mensah join me now to share why taking control of blood pressure matters so much, and especially now. So thank you both so much for joining us. And Aisha, let's start with you. Can you share a bit about your personal connection to heart disease?
Absolutely. So I had a wake-up call when my father had a stroke, and he had looked fit and felt fit and, didn't really have a sense of what his blood pressure was. And then he had a really adverse, life-changing experience with this stroke. It really snuck up on him, and it snuck up on me too. And it was a real surprise. And so I realized that, blood pressure, high blood pressure is not symptomatic. You can feel great, you can look great, and you can have really high blood pressure. Your numbers can be high. And so I really decided I was going to take my blood pressure into control. And so I started testing my numbers. I got a home cuff and I get my blood pressure tested at home, which is really easy to do. I adjusted my diet and reduced my sodium intake and started getting more rest. And they weren't really big adjustments. They weren't that tough to do, but they helped get my blood pressure number down and under control. And I really take a lot of comfort in knowing that I know what my numbers are, because blood pressure, high blood pressure, uncontrolled blood pressure can be a silent killer. And I really want to stick around for the people I love. And so it hasn't been difficult to make these changes, and it's really made a big difference in my life.
Doctor, how serious is uncontrolled high blood pressure, and why is it often described as a silent threat?
So I'm really excited to partner with the Hypertension Control Alliance and the CDC Foundation for this Hypertension Bites campaign to really shed light and increase awareness about uncontrolled high blood pressure, which is one of the leading preventable and one of the most urgent clinical challenges that we deal with, not only in the hospital setting, but also in our community. So uncontrolled high blood pressure can be dangerous and can lead to a number of complications. Aisha talked about her dad developing a stroke, but uncontrolled high blood pressure can also lead to a heart attack. It can also quietly damage your kidneys as well, but it could also lead to what we call dementia, right? And I think that's something that gets a lot of people's attention because they weren't aware of the connection between high blood pressure and dementia. And it's a silent killer because most people don't have symptoms. So you can have it for years or decades, and it can slowly do damage to your entire body without you knowing it. And that's why it's important to keep it under control. And we mean control because keeping it under 130/80 can lower your risk of developing these complications. So the top number has to be less than 130 and the bottom number has to be less than 80. And that's what we mean by keeping it under control.
Well, I'm glad we're really talking about this because I think a lot of us are unaware of all the different things that it can impact. So how can people develop their own blood pressure control plan to get it under control?
Go to your doctor. Right? That's the simplest thing is go visit your doctor, be proactive. A lot of people are afraid to go to the doctor. They don't want bad news, but the doctor can be full of good news, great news, right? Which is that controlling your blood pressure is simple and very easy to do. Testing your numbers on a regular basis, making simple, small adjustments to your lifestyle, getting more rest, reducing your sodium intake, getting sleep, reducing stress. They feel like big things, but they're not. They're little adjustments that you can make to improve your life. And then if you are prescribed a medication, take your medicine, just like your mom used to tell you. You got to take your medicine. Dr. Commodore-Mutzik can speak more saliently to the part about medication, but these are effective and they work and they're safe. And this is a really simple way to get and stay healthy.
Well, and I like what you initially said too at the top was just, it's preventable. Let's prevent this. Let's find out before there's a problem. So you mentioned medication briefly, Doctor. Did you want to touch on that at all?
The only thing I'll add is if you prescribe medications, these medications are powerful and they work to lower your blood pressure and lower the risk of these complications. Now, I know our time with you is short, but if your listeners want to hear more, they can go to mybpcontrol.org. Again, it's mybpcontrol.org, and they can learn more about how to create a personalized plan that includes these three things we've talked about: measurement, healthy lifestyle, and treatment. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you both so much for joining us today. And Aisha, I'm glad to hear you're doing well.
Thank you. Oh my God, that's so kind. Thank you very much.
Of course. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.
If you have a situation where you need a lawyer, Farah & Farah's team give you the best service that you can have. They set up all your doctor's appointments. They are very honest, very trustworthy. You couldn't be in better hands.
Fish delish, fish delish. New crispy, crunchy shrimp out high with fish puffs inside. New $5.99 full meal deals. Unreal. Captain D's fish delish.
something wasn't working with my feet.
Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam.
They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
They do have rooms with balconies. Blackie?
You want the best food and the best service?
Let's go. So do you order in or head out on the town? Oh my God. Very rich flavor.
This is so good. Well, get ready to spice things up with the best local eats on the First Coast.
Thankfully, I'm not making your birthday cake. So look at it, guys. That looks delicious.
We're dishing up all the details on the mouth-watering hot spots you need to taste. I am so excited because I am a pizza freak.
Man, I'm hungry.
Well, let's eat.
With the First Coast Foodies only on First Coast Living, sponsored by Uber Eats.
How can Consumer Cellular offer fast, reliable coverage and save you up to half? There's got to be a catch, and I'm going to find it by going straight to the CEO himself, Ed Evans. What's up, Ed?
Carrie, here's the secret. We know our customers are going to use a lot less data. We can then set our pricing substantially lower than what the big three are able to do on the exact same network.
Hang on a minute, Ed. Are you saying if I need a lot of data, you don't have a plan for me?
No, in fact, we have all kinds of plans, so you can pay for exactly what you need.
Oh, I love that.
If you're looking for value, the same quality at a lower price, nobody does it better than Consumer Cellular.
Call now and see if one of our U.S.-based Switch Pros can cut your bill by up to half. We can get you switched in about 20 minutes and save an additional $25 with code SAVE25. All on the network ranked #1 in coverage satisfaction. Call 1-800-949-4156. That's 1-800-949-4156.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do.
You know who to call. Farah and Farah.
Bake It Box is the first food subscription brand to blend baking with science, technology, engineering, and math, and it's changing the way homeschooling families approach STEM education. The founder and CEO, Shelly Gupta, is here with more. Thank you so much for joining us. I think this is such a cool idea, but tell everyone, what exactly is Bake It Box and why was this so important for you to create?
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. Bake It Box is an introduction to cultural education and STEM, all done through baking. So we turn your kitchen into a learning lab by blending global recipes with hands-on science and this cultural exploration. Every box introduces the families to new countries. You're learning about geography, language, history, STEM concepts, and making items such as our Persian love cake, our Greek koularakia, churros, or ube donuts. And we offer quarterly subscriptions where the themes rotate every season. And then you can also get a variety of our independent recipes as well.
Why is STEM and baking important skills for kids to learn?
Such a good question. So STEM is super important because it really builds a skill set that is needed across every path and different avenues, different career paths. But baking is a hands-on activity that's already something that's so loved. It's a great family activity and it's a great way to learn about cooking and cuisines. So we naturally blended the two, and baking is really STEM, in my opinion. You're learning chemistry, math, engineering, problem solving. But with Bake It Box, we intentionally blend the traditional STEM with art, language, geography, and cultural storytelling. So it really builds, it builds confidence, it builds resilience, it builds a lot of curiosity around these different countries and cultures, all while you're making something delicious and you get to learn about different countries around the world.
And can you touch on the gender gap in STEM in schools and at home?
Absolutely. So to start off, 56% of public school students are students of color, but less than a quarter of the curriculum actually has any cultural relevance. And that was a really big driver as to why we wanted to create this cultural education pathway through our STEM baking kits. But on the other side of it, STEM is often kind of thought of as technical and it's coding and it's robotics and it's not the most accessible to all people, but STEM is actually everywhere. It's in a lot of different avenues, different career paths, different activities. And so we want to incorporate it into everyday activities that makes it more accessible, especially for young girls. I think that young girls will lose a little bit of interest in STEM when it's defined in that kind of the former way that I described, especially if they don't see themselves represented. And my goal is that we want to see all kids represented in STEM and show that there's a lot of different paths where you can be learning how to incorporate STEM into your activities. And it may be more artistic, and it may be more cultural, and it may be more expressive, and it can still be STEM, and it can still have the technicalities that's needed.
And then can you also explain the homeschool connection to Florida, like Florida Step Up for Students?
Yes, exactly. So Step Up for Students is a scholarship program. So we are a proud partner, and it's all in Florida, which allows families to use homeschool scholarship funds to purchase our Bake It boxes. So they can essentially buy it through their grant program. So Florida families can have access to our kits. So you can go through the Step Up program, or you can go directly through us to purchase it as well.
That is really cool. And then before you go, what products stand out or some of your best sellers?
Yes. Oh, there's so many. But we recently launched a single kit called our gluten-free French macarons. And it's a beautiful, like rosette shaped cookie filled with a chocolate ganache. It's a little more advanced, but it's just so delicious and really fun to make. A lot of people are familiar with macarons, and you might buy it from a bakery. So it's exciting to try it out for yourself. And then our new theme for this quarter is our Magical Creatures bundle. So we're featuring Yerba Mate Dino truffles, Lucky Dragon mooncakes, and Millionaire shortbread. We're covering Argentina, China, and Scotland. So you get to celebrate 3 countries in this bundle with delicious treats.
That is so cool. Like I said, I wish I had something like this when I was a kid. I loved being in the kitchen and baking when I was a kid, but the fact that you're also learning along the way and bringing in those other cultures, I think that everybody could benefit from this. So where can we go for more information? Is it only for homeschoolers? I mean, family just buy this subscription even if they're not being homeschooled?
Absolutely. It's for everybody. So you can find us on our website at bakeitbox.com, which is BAKIT box.com. You do not have to only be a homeschooler. There is a lot of learning ingrained into it, so it's good for everybody. You can also purchase us through the Step Up for Students program, and you can find us on Amazon.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I think this is such a cool idea.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.
Did you know Americans eat an estimated 350 slices of pizza every second? And a large portion of that goes directly into my face. Now, in celebration of National Pizza Day, award-winning chef and Guinness World Record holder Tony Giamatti joins us to share his secrets for making authentic Italian pizza right in your villa. So, sir, thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time. I am a pizza fanatic. So can you tell us more about the pizzas you're showcasing for us today?
Well, we have 3 pizzas in front of us, and this is what we showcase on Princess Cruise. We have here right to the right my soppressata picante. It's imported soppressata. You have a little bit of arugula, shaved Parmigiano Reggiano, and a hot honey that we make on board. You know, when you look at the flour, it's made with Caputo flour. It's imported from Napoli. So you look at the ingredients that we use, the one in front of me right here, Food Network, gold medal. When it comes to this pizza, we have prosciutto di Parma that we import in. So all made in Italy products, a balsamic glaze, shaved Parmigiano Reggiano, a little bit of sweet fig preserve, Asiago mozzarella. It's a delicious pizza that won the gold medal. And right here to the left, it's a pesto veggie that has Castelvetrano olives that we import in that are beautiful. A little bit of lemon, some nice goat cheese, pepperdew peppers, and a pesto that we make. But what's great about all these 3 pizzas, they're certified from Italy. That means when you're on board a ship, you know that when you're on Princess, it's made with quality ingredients and the Ospitalità Italiana certification. It got a certification from Italy, and we use authentic, high-quality ingredients. And I think that's what's really important when it comes to, you know, cruisers that want to have great pizza, right?
And that includes me. So fun fact, I actually used to live in Napoli, and my wife and I were just there in October of last year. So I'm right there with you, man. I'm all about it. DOC pizza is my jam. So what are your top tips for making these types of pizzas at home?
So making high quality pizzas at home, look for Italian import ingredients. When you're cooking at 500 degrees, you want to look at, okay, can I put a browning agent that will help brown? Sometimes people have a trouble, getting a pizza like kind of crispy. It sounds like that. Add a little bit of sugar to that dough, add maybe some low diastatic malt if you can get it, or honey. Look for instead of cooking on one pizza stone or pizza steel, try to cook on two. Start it on top, put it down to the second level, then out. It'll make a much crispier bottom when it comes to the pizza. Or talk about your ingredients that go on after the bake. Everyone thinks that everything needs to go on before the bake. Go ahead and see what goes on after the bake. So you look at arugula, shaved Parmigiano Reggiano, you look at prosciutto, those go on after. It'll be a much stronger, crispier pizza, and it'll be a pizza that, we eat with our eyes, right? So it's gonna be a much beautiful pizza.
Yes, it is. I do love the pizza. These are all fantastic. So, hey, before I let you go, where do we go to learn some more information?
Princess.com, check it out. Go book a cruise and really see at Alfredo's some of our award-winning, amazing pizzas, and the rest of the ship is just amazing. Princess.com, check it out.
Well, I'll tell you what, my wife and I are actually planning on going on a cruise later this year. We may have to pivot and go on a Princess cruise because that pizza looks delicious, man. Thank you so very much for your time today. And guys at home, if you want to watch this segment again or others like it, just head over to First Coast News Plus.